Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison on the Keurig K Supreme, and this is the K Supreme Plus. I really like both of these machines. These are really nice machines. So the K Supreme here is on the left. It sells for around $140. Sometimes you can find it on sale for $120. I can find these on Facebook Marketplace for around $75 or $80. The K Supreme Plus is $190 Keurig machine. I have found it on sale on Amazon for about $150. So the reason I love both of these machines, there's two reasons I love both these machines. Now there are quite a few differences between the two, but they both have two of the same features I love. The first one is they both have the 5 needles at the top. They call that the multi-stream technology. I really like that. Standard Keurigs have 1 needle. This one's got 5 needles that puncture the top of the K-cup and help brew it. I do think it tastes a little better. The next thing, and probably the most important, is the water reservoir. On both of these, they've got this nice water reservoir. And on this one, it's a little bigger. Both of these, I love these reservoirs. This is a 66-ounce reservoir. This is a 78-ounce reservoir. But the main thing is, it's a handle. They sit flush. They're easy to fill up. Some Keurigs have such awkward reservoirs that these just stand out because they are so well made. They both will take a carbon filter. I've got a filter in this one. I don't have a filter in this one. I just got the holder. But they both take the long-handled carbon filter. And when you put them in, they both just kind of find their spot and they go right where they're supposed to. Same with this one. So let's start with the differences. Probably the first big difference is the water reservoir. So on this one, you can reposition this water reservoir. You can position it on the back side here. If you flip the machine over and move this over to here, I've got a video on how to do that. But you can, this water reservoir, this whole piece will move to the back side. And so your water reservoir can sit on the back, which makes it a really skinny machine. Now they changed that on this one. So I consider this the newer model, the Supreme Plus. They did away with that. This is a fixed reservoir. This cannot be moved. It cannot be moved over here like on this one. So it's always going to be on the left-hand side. It's always going to be right there. And there's a little cutout for it here. But I do like, that's kind of a square. This one actually, the K Supreme Plus actually had a little longer cord. This one's about 2 feet, and this one's just almost, not quite 3 feet. But and then the next impression is overall, this is a plastic machine. They actually put metal on this K Supreme Plus. I'm sure it's plastic underneath this, but at least it has a metal finish. This is a metal handle. You can feel that that's a metal handle. This is a plastic handle, and it just kind of feels like a plastic handle. But I think down in here, the guts, everything looks like it's pretty the same. You've got the standard drip tray. This one's got a little metal on it, but that's all standard. They both take the same size. I have detailed reviews on both of these machines if you have a specific question on each one. This one's just going to be a general comparison of the two. So again, just some general measurements. This one is going to be a little bit wider at 8 inches. This one's a little bit under 8 inches, but I can move that reservoir on the back and make this a really skinny machine. So let's continue on with the differences. This does 6, 8, 10, and 12 ounce. This does 4. They added a 4. It does 6, 8, 10, 12, but it also does 4. This opens up possibilities for some specialty drinks. So 4 ounces through a coffee K-cup gets really close to an espresso shot. 2 ounces is considered an espresso shot through coffee. So you're getting really close to that with that 4 ounce setting. That's going to open up the possibilities for some different types of drinks. Again, this is just 6, 8, 10. The buttons on this one are kind of generally plasticky. They did put like a metal ring here. This one feels a little more solid. Now on the K Supreme Plus, they added this display. Now this display is solid. In the video, it's blinking and all that, but it doesn't in real life. But the display, I mean, it's okay, but it shows you strength and temperature. So this machine only has one strong. You press the strong and the strong light lights up. It doesn't. You cannot control temperature. On this one, I've got 3 strengths. I've got normal strength. When I press the strength button, it goes to the middle. That's middle strength, and high strength. So 3 strengths, and I can control temperature. It's got a temperature display. There's normal temperature, there's medium, and there's high. And in my detailed review on this video, I go over how the coffee tastes. I'm not going to be doing that with this, but I just want to show you what the differences are. Getting back to the saying, they both do over ice. They both have an over ice button. And it just brews 6 ounces through the K-Cup for both of them. It still brews it at a pretty hot temperature, so you got to have a big cup of ice. But they both do over ice. That is the same. Getting back to differences, this one's got a few more features. It's got these programmable buttons, which are really nice. So say I always do let's say I do a really high strength on the 8-ounce setting. Well, that's my number 1 setting. So when I come up in the morning, I can memorize that setting. So I can turn the machine on in the morning. I can just hit that number 1 button, activate it first. I can just hit that number 1 button, and if I memorize that setting, it brings it up. And all I got to do is press the K button. So you can have up to 3 memorized settings, which it memorizes the ounce, the strength, and the temperature. This one doesn't have that. So each day you got to remember, okay, yeah, I like a strong and 8-ounce, which it's just a couple extra buttons, but they both power down after 5 minutes of non-use. They're both really quiet. Now, I thought this one was the quietest Keurig I'd ever had until I got this one. This one's even quieter. I don't know how they do this technology, but some of the older Keurigs are super loud. These are super quiet. Again, both these take just the standard K-Cup, coffee K-Cups. They both do teas, hot chocolates. There are some latte K-Cups that taste okay. So these do all the standard. Even though it's got that 5 needles on the top, they take just a standard K-Cup that you would put in a normal Keurig machine. And now you do have to use the new Keurig My K-Cup, the new design. This is when you want to use your own coffee grounds because it's got the 5 holes for the needles. I got separate videos on how to use this with both these machines. They both have an add water. This has an add water light and a descale light where it'll say in the display add water, and there is a descale that'll come on there when it's time to descale. And I have separate videos on how to descale each one of these. You have to put it in descaling mode, and I think it's the same, but there is a descaling mode for this one and this one where the machine kind of runs the solution through and then it runs the rinses through on it. And I show you how to do that. So let's just brew a K-Cup real quick. Put it in. That one feels good. Put this one in. You know, this one felt a little smoother. Not a big deal though. So let's do 8-ounce. I'm just going to do a normal strength and normal temperature. I'm not going to select those. Just do 8-ounce, and we'll do K and K. We'll just see how they brew together. So they both started about the same time, exactly the same time. They both got a nice stream that comes out, nice and even. You don't get a lot of splattering with either one. I've done temperature checks. They both produce the same temperature, except this one can go up in temperature. I think this one might be just as quiet as this one. I've forgotten. I think that's the same. I think they're both the same quietness. And then just when you think they're done, they're going to do one last shot through the K-Cup. So both of them have a pump that runs at the end. Yeah, they're both the same. I apologize for that. They're both really, really, really quiet. So I've done a taste test. This coffee's super hot right now. I don't notice any taste difference. I think they're using the exact same components on there. This has just got more bells and whistles, and they've kind of fancied it up. You know, this Keurig is stamped, where here it's kind of like a sticker. So let's open them up. There's the Keurig, there's the K-Cups. Those look the same. Okay, so now let's brew them both over ice. I'm going to press the over the ice button. Over ice, K. Yeah, they both start up at the same time. I've done temperature checks. They both produce the same temperature. They both run 6 ounces through that K-cup into your ice. So it looks more than 6 ounces because it melts the ice so much. So yeah, they both finish up the same time and produce the same drink. So overall, these are both very nice machines. I think it comes down to price. Like I said, you can buy. I've been seeing these on Facebook Marketplace coming down in price pretty good. These I think are relatively new. I'm not seeing these at a lot of stores. I know Bed Bath & Beyond has them. Target, Amazon's got them. Walmart only carries this one. But I would definitely get this one. I just like this one a lot better. The Reservoir's a little bit bigger, so you're not going to be filling it up as much. It looks that metal on there, it does look a little nicer. I do find myself using these presets, and I do like this strength. So this has a strong brew, and this one has a strong brew. But when I do the third strength, when I do the strength over to the third, it does taste a little smoother when you do a coffee with this one. So I'm going to give the edge to this one a little bit, but this one, if this one's only available to you, or if you find this one at a good price, this is a very good Keurig machine. Check out my detailed videos on each one of these. I also have descaling videos on how to descale each one, how to use a reusable K-cup, how to use your own coffee grounds in each one. And when I purchased this one, I have every Keurig machine that they currently make. And I'm going to be doing one big video with all the Keurig machines in my kitchen, kind of going over each one and comparing them all to each other. Because I'm finding the cheapest Keurig is around $60. Well, you know, this one is pretty expensive. But I find the more expensive ones, I do like them a little bit more. The cheaper ones are good to get started if you're not sure if you're going to like K-cups. But once you find that you're liking K-cups and using them all the time, I would definitely upgrade to one of these machines. Thanks everybody for your support. I recently passed 3,000 subscribers. I never dreamed that I would pass 3,000 subscribers. My videos are intended to help. I just want to help others. I hope this video helps. If you've got any comments or questions on either one of these, leave them in the comments below. I check my comments daily. I'll try to help you out as much as I can. Thanks everybody for watching, and if you could, please like and subscribe.